Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 7. So we are right at the conclusion of the Force-related storyline that's going on right now on The Flash, with the finale for that storyline airing this coming week. Of course, it will be interesting to see how they wrap it up, as well as what is potentially set up for what is to come next, whether it's the next couple of episodes or just the back half as a whole, whether that be teasing the villain potentially or just planting a few seeds for things happening within that next storyline. But of course, we do know that Godspeed is going to be playing a role. We have known that for a while. I think it was at a DC fandom maybe, or it might have been like just before that, in which we heard, I can't speak, in which we heard that he, or at the time maybe she, would be playing a role as a threat for Team Flash at some point throughout season 7. Now we have a big final 2 episodes for The Flash season 7, with it being revealed that the final 2 episodes for this season will actually be a 2-parter, similar to what we have going on at the moment with the conclusion of the Force storyline. Now normally they are 2-parters, usually they lean into each other, but they're usually not like part 1, part 2. In this case, they are part 1 and then part 2. Now, the title of this 2-parter to end the season is Heart of the Matter. So the first part of that, obviously called Heart of the Matter Part 1, will actually also serve as the 150th episode for the show and see the debut of Bart Allen, or Impulse, on the show, as well as the return of Nora Allen, or XS, as well as Jay Garrick. Now, also, Joan Williams, Jay Garrick's wife or partner and the doppelganger of Barry's mother, will be in that episode as well. We learned that from set. Now, with the title of that 2-parter being Heart of the Matter, that obviously connects to August Heart, or Godspeed. Now, before we get into the fun stuff happening on set, they actually did release a synopsis teaser sort of thing for the 150th episode, or Heart of the Matter Part 1, and this is it. The future son of Barry Allen and Iris West Allen, Bart Allen / Impulse is the fastest teenager on the planet. But due to Bart's penchant for wildly impulsive behavior, stunned parents Barry and Iris will have their hands full trying to teach their new son patience. But it's a task they'll have to accomplish in order for their family to work together and stop Team Flash's biggest threat yet. Bart will team up with his sister, Nora, aka XS, as well as his parents in the 150th episode of The Flash. So it's not a actual synopsis for the episode, but they were calling it that, so we'll go with it. But they actually did also release a new, well, actually like the first official look at Bart Allen / Impulse from the CW. Of course, we had other pictures from set, like 2 weeks ago, I think it was, but this is the first official look. Now, yes, it's not amazing. It seems like it was done really quickly. The Photoshop job isn't amazing. They're obviously trying to replicate this panel from the comics, and they had a good go at it. It was getting like, I know the internet's just by default is negative, so I'm not too surprised that people were just straight into it. It doesn't surprise me too much because that's how people are nowadays, I guess. But it's obvious they were just trying to have some fun with it. They easily could have just done a boring one where he's got his arms folded, or like the Wally one where he's looking down, and all those like standard ones. They tried to have a bit of fun with it, and people ripped it apart. So no more fun posters, I guess, from now on. So congratulations, people that were mean. But yeah, let's jump into these set photos. So they are filming the finale. I think they're around, I want to say halfway through it. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me. But I think it's about halfway through. It could be past the halfway mark at this point. But yeah. But the set photos and the information is coming from Canadagraph. So the link in the description down below, you can follow that for more photos that are featured in this video and just some more information, because we're just going to go over the bare bones and necessary stuff in regards to information. But yeah, there's more photos over there if you want to go check it out. But obviously, do let me know your various opinions in the comments section down below on everything in this video, whether it's the Bart Allen related stuff or the stuff we're about to go over in regards to the set photos. Obviously, a spoiler alert if you don't want to see them. But yeah, let me know all your opinions down there. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video and you're excited for what's coming, why not drop a like on it? It takes 2 seconds and it helps out. So yeah, let's just jump into it. So on screen, you can see that we have Barry and Godspeed, but also another speedster. So the scenes that the 3 speedsters did were all part of a fight scene. Now it starts with the Flash and Godspeed respectively, respectfully in a battle that eventually sees Godspeed with the upper hand over our boy Barry Allen, and seemingly he's about to, yeet Barry from existence. He's ready to kill him. However, someone comes in and stops him. But who is that force that comes in? No, it's not the, Nora Speed Force. It's not the Still Force. It's actually Reverse Flash of the negative Speed Force. Now, specifically, this is the Tom Kavanagh version of Reverse Flash. So Tom Kavanagh is in the finale. They tried to make us think he wasn't there, but he is. He's coming back for the finale at the very least. And here's the weird thing, Reverse Flash helps Barry out in this fight with Godspeed. So Reverse Flash is Barry's ally in this fight, which caught me off guard by just the bare bones description of it. I don't know if everyone's going to be on board with it. However, I want to see how the story goes, because Godspeed has to or must be a threat in, to both of them in some way for Reverse Flash to do this. Unless Godspeed's about to kill him and Reverse Flash is like, hey, that's my job. You don't get to kill him. That's up to me. I get to torture him, not you. I'm the Reverse Flash. You're Godspeed. There's no reverse in your name and there's no Flash in your name. You're just some random speedster in a white suit. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there in general. And how Reverse Flash comes back. We'll actually jump into that after we get over these descriptions, because I have a theory. Now, they also rehearsed a scene where the three speedsters are, and yes, this sounds weird, in a fight with glowing green sticks. That's the description, which obviously they're going to have something replaced over them or placed over them in post-production. So it's like a green screen almost. So what could it be? Well, my initial thoughts is that maybe it's going to be lightning or something like that. So like, rods of like a literal, like a lightning rod, sort of lightning bolt thing they'll hold or something like that. We've seen Barry obviously like hurl or throw lightning, but we've also seen Zoom catch it. So, that thing where Zoom catches it and then throws it back at Barry like a spear. Maybe the three speedsters of Reverse Flash, Godspeed, and the Flash in this scene here catch lightning and then fight with it. I don't know. Maybe it could be something more, set up within the story. Maybe it is some sort of like Speed Force based weapon or, speedster related weapon or something like that we just don't know about at this point. But the only thing I can think of that they could be fighting with would be like bolts of lightning, which I think would make sense because we've seen Zoom do it. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But at some point within this fight, Godspeed does say the words, "You can't kill a god." So it's going to be interesting to see how powerful Godspeed is. We know that the clones are going to be a part of this season. And whether like the clones were building up, maybe they had to build power, then they can connect back with Godspeed. Or maybe the clones themselves were very powerful. In the comics, when Godspeed clones himself, which usually he can only split into another person, so it's usually just two of them, not multiple, or more than two, it siphons his power. So 50% of the power stays with one, and then 50% of the power goes with the other, and he's not at full power until the other two connect. So if that's the same case with the show, then the original Godspeed must be super powerful for the clones to still be a threat, if you know what I mean. But yeah, in regards to Godspeed, we have one more set photo to look at, and this is a potential face reveal, if not a definite face reveal of who Godspeed is. So here it is right here. Now, the reason that this most likely is the case, that it is, the actual actor playing August Hart or Godspeed, is that the actor had a trailer which you could go to and, rest between scenes. And he also had speaking lines. As I said before, he yells out, "You can't kill a god," or whatever it was. And I think he said something else in another scene, like he screamed something out, which isn't the case. That's not what a stunt double or a stand-in does. So this is the actual actor. Or it's a very highly paid double, but it's definitely the actor. So this is, this is most likely the actual identity of Godspeed. Obviously, the question is whether it's August Hart. I mean, it looks like him from the comics. I'll put up a little, comparison here. You can see that it looks like August Hart from the comics. And seeing that the last two episodes are called Heart of the Matter, emphasis on heart, as I said earlier, it seems the puzzle has come together. And we have our first look at August Hart by the looks of it, and that he actually is the identity of Godspeed. I do wonder whether there's going to be some like throwaways or misleads or something like that throughout the season. But I always thought it'd be August Hart. I don't know what other character they could put in there and make it make sense. They've already done like an alternate Barry. August Hart to me was the way they've gone. They were always going to go. Sorry. The thing is that they have recast from the actor who played him in that season 5 episode, but that's not too much of a surprise, because the guy that played him then was only on screen for like 10 seconds. So we always thought it was just a stand-in for that, one episode. But in regards to Reverse Flash, how does he return? Now, I don't think this is like the 100% thing that's going to happen. But in the comics, Wally West breaks down the barrier between the Speed Force and the real world, which not only releases the new forces of the Still, Strength, and Sage, which we're seeing currently on the show, but he also brings people back to the real world that were stuck in the Speed Force. In the case of that storyline, Bart Allen was one of those speedsters. Now, of course, Last season, in season 6, in the exorcism of Nash Wells, we saw Reverse Flash's like spirit get sucked up into the sky, and we can assume that he's maybe stuck in the negative speed force or just that barrier world where all the forces lie. So maybe whatever happens at the end of this week's episode with all the forces and stuff like that, maybe releases Reverse Flash's spirit, but we don't find out until a later point. And there's also the possibility that maybe they released Nora. Maybe Nora was dead. And in the future, maybe things change and stuff like that when they release her. Maybe she was stuck in the Speed Force and everything like that. So there's a potential that what happens this week may not only potentially bring Reverse Flash back to life, and it makes sense why he's in the finale, but also how Nora's alive as well. So let's wait and see what happens there. But also, one final thing. Is this the final appearance or the last appearance of Tom Cavanagh as Reverse Flash? It's hard to tell. I'd like to say no, because I think they would probably use him again. But it's a tough one to predict. I guess we'd have to wait till we see this episode to really get a grasp on that and make a solid prediction. So for now, I'm going to just go, I don't know, because I don't know. I don't have any context to say whether we'll see him again in the future season. He might come back for a guest appearance here and there. I have to wait and see. But yeah, it's cool that we get him in the finale though. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on what we went over in this video. I'm always curious to hear your thoughts, theories, opinions, all of that. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.